why
Oh, sorry.
I still don't listen to you properly. I don't know.
Okay,
Is it me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, so part 3.
Yeah.
Where did we leave off? Now
Job.
it's my memory. Do you remember where we left off?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
cool.
you? Because brain fog is now to a very minimal.
You've healed me. You've healed more than me. You've officially healed more than me. It's good stuff.
Don't know about that because my body, I still have fat that shows that there's still lots of toxins.
Gotcha.
I'm still acidic. Yes. But then again, it's nice to know where I'm at, so I know where to go.
Exactly.
And what to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's baby steps because I still work. So if I start to detox and I need to rest and have fever and the eczema reaction, it's difficult to work like that. So small, no, little by little.
Yeah.
Little by little. And I'm on roots.
Yep. The root clean slate. That's good. Yep.
Yes. I'm 4 drops a day. Next week. Oh, actually, I should have add one more. I'll have
5 drops. Didn't
5.
You get we're going off a bit off topic now with this, but you got a massive reaction with your armpits and detox with it. So it obviously worked for you.
Yes, the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first time that was stupidity, my stupidity, because I completely forgot to take pictures to show it was good for you and it would have been good for me, because I want to share the roots love.
Yeah.
I want to get people on roots as well. I think it's a helpful tool, but the priority is to get people on urine therapy, especially aged urine. But anyway, so again, my armpits, my nodes, I got so, you remember the dark.
They went dark gray. Dark, like a bruising.
So dark.
Yeah.
So it was the heavy metals coming out. Yeah.
Yes. Whatever had been inside you that was heavy metals from vaccine damage or a lifetime of eating the wrong food or stress was inside you, and the root clean slate drops forced it out into your armpit. Root canals. Wow. Yeah.
And
root canals. You took a break from it. You took a break from it, didn't you?
Yes.
And then you went back on it and had the same issue. Same sign that there's something that's pushing out stuff.
Yeah, but not so severe. Only me can tell the difference, could tell the difference, because this was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was slightly darker. If I took the picture, but it didn't show anything, so I just disregarded the picture. But I've noticed, and even the smell of my my sweat. It's like, how can I describe it? It smells like when I smell it, it felt like it was acidic. So things were coming out as well.
Your sweat was acidic on root clean slate. Acidic.
Do you remember when we did ivermectin?
Yeah.
Ivermectin.
Yeah. Come out with ivermectin. Yeah. You love that.
Ivermectin. You know that body odor, BO. Yeah. It was kind of the same, but more acidic. Yeah, very similar. Yeah. So back to the
okay, back to the topics. It was organic health food shop. I remember. Organic health food shop time.
Yes. Yeah. So right at the beginning, I said to Lee, look, my money is dropping to 0, and he said, yeah, mine too. And we're like looking, Niels was only getting a little sum, some money from his parents through what's that platform that funds your projects?
Oh, sorry, I know. Yeah, Patreon. There we go.
Yeah, that's it. You know, the donations were getting low and low and low and low and low and low, and people Lee was helping a few people, but the donations were, again, very little, couldn't even afford to pay the rent. So we decided, this was end of August. So I started working, second week of September? And he said, the money that you're gonna earn is not for you, it's for the project. And what this dumb...
Yeah.
I agreed to it.
Yeah. Well, you're not dumb, because what he would have done, I think, is he would have brainwashed you really hardcore with his words into doing that. That's what it was. You're not dumb. It's just he's so good at that he convinced you to do something which was wrong, I feel, because that's your job. That's your money. Right. And by the way, like, even if he let you receive the money, take it, and then give some of it back, maybe, but to say like that he wanted all of it, or straight away the money needs to go to him, that's wrong.
All of it.
Disempowering.
And again,
yeah,
I've got the bank statement as proof. Even though I agreed, I mean...
You agreed also because of what we said earlier, the pressure of being around him, and you just wanted a break from him, so you were happy just for that alone.
Exactly.
Even that alone
I was halfway when I started. I was halfway through the treatment, because we decided that it was 21 minutes just to unspike, but then I would have to do a second thing. I think I've done last entry of my diary. I kept a diary. Last entry, I think I was on day number 87. Sometimes I would forget, so I don't know, you know. So at least 87 days, 87. I stayed there with them.
Wow.
So I start working, then it would... Yeah, I start working first week, second week of September, just to give a timeline. And then the situation of the car, you know, me saying I feel like I'm being brainwashed.
Yeah.
That situation happened, and then I started to, you know, thinking, and then trip to Porto again, thinking. The money came, payday came, and I handed over.
Wow.
The money.
All of it.
Nope.
Oh, but you told him all of it. Cool, nice.
Exactly, because he asked me how much are you gonna get?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. I wasn't aware of, you know, the rates, blah blah blah. So I asked, and the owner said, oh, it's 400 and something. It was almost 500. So I handed over 400 to him.
Got you. Kept a little bit, yeah.
Gave him most of it. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because I was allowed to go home once a month.
Once a month, yeah.
And I had to keep that money and hidden. I even went to I was so paranoid, you know, about the controlling. He controlling me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, I need to take the rest of the money out, because if he finds out that I didn't pay him the whole sum, he's going to demand the rest of the money. So I withdraw the money, cash, and I put it under, and I hid it under the, you know, the car has the rug.
Yeah.
Where else you go?
You hid it there.
I hid the money there. So I always had money to go home.
Yeah, with you.
Because I didn't want to ask money my parents. That would be so humiliating.
When you have your own, yeah.
Exactly. And they would ask me, what are you doing with your money? You had this amount and now you're near zero? Well, what happened?
Yeah.
And like I said before, they did ask me that. And I said, oh no, I need to pay, you know, the things are really expensive, you know, organic stuff. And they believe it. So get the money. I always had money to go. Then October came, and I carry on working very happily.
Yeah.
When I would get home, sometimes I would feel really tired. But he completely disregarded that. And if he wanted to go to, you know, for a drive or go shopping, I had to go there.
Yeah.
Yes. So in October, Halloween.
Yeah.
I started to dry fasting. So one of the days I collect in 3 or 4 days I collect enough urine therapy to fill up like a 5-liter how do you say, jug? Not jug. Mason jar.
Mason jar, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And one thing that I agreed, and I still agree up to this day, is that when I started my detox protocols, I started shedding. Toxins were coming out. So I was not allowed, and I agreed with it because I didn't want to put them at risk. You know, all the information that Lee showed me, videos, testimonials, the microscopic things, and I was like, oh my God, I feel like an alien. There are things inside me, so I didn't want to jeopardize them. I had my own toilet, I had my own room. I wasn't allowed to touch with my bare hands things, so I would wear gloves. I wasn't allowed to walk barefoot. I would always have my slippers on, or I would wash my laundry separately. When I had a shower, I had to disinfect everything, the curtain, the shower, everything. Okay. That was good. That was good. And I agree with it because it was needed. Yeah. So I just said that because that was important to say that all my H urine was kept in my room. I wasn't allowed to, you know, because there was because I said, I'm accident prone.
Right, yeah.
So, you know, to avoid spillage and stuff, you know, yeah, I wanted to keep them safe, you know. So I had a collection of H urine on the windowsill and the big jug thingy. was right behind my door. And that was it became my best friend, because sometimes when Lee was on, the jab people, and how it was a time of fear mongering, and the speculation was so much that some people truly believed that on Halloween we would transform ourselves into, we would be open, easily targets to demons, and we would lose our minds and start kill everyone. And on that day, when he said, I don't know how it's going to be today for you, you might lose your mind. We might need to lock you inside the room. And if things get bad, you might even die. And I was like, oh my gosh. I remember dropping to my knees, crying, sobbing, and Neil's standing up, looking at me like, holy shit. And with his typical face.
Yeah.
Lee, like, fearful, like, we really don't know how today is gonna be like.
Yeah.
And that was so traumatic. And I'm like, what's gonna be of me? What's gonna be of my family? And everyone in the village.
He convinced you that day you were going to potentially turn full on into a robot or use your mind, because he's so convincing.
Yeah.
He convinced you, broke you down.
And he was convinced because, there was all these posts online, and that day I went to work, and I felt so relieved to be out of that house completely. And when I came back home, nothing was mentioned. I didn't even brought up the issue because I didn't want to, escalate things.
Yeah.
And on that night, when I went to my room and closed the door, I left my 5 liters jar full of piss, urine, right there in that very strategic place. Because if the shit hit the fan, I would fight for my life. I would spill urine on them if they try to, harm me.
Oh, you're going to use the urine on them. Yeah.
That's how terrified I was.
Whoa.
I never felt so under threat like that. It was. I feared the worst, Harry. I said, I need to leave this place. So after that, I was just waiting.
Did he lock you in the room? Did he lock you in the room at some point?
No.
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 Okay.
No. I don't know if he completely forget, because that's how he is. Yeah. He goes on a rant,
forgets about it. Yeah.
That's it. All done.
Yeah.
That's it. But on that night, the last thing I've done before I was to put my 5 liters 8 urine jar right in front of the door, because I would defend myself with the thing that they feared the most. which was my Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, it's funny.
Completely crazy, man. Now that I describe all this, look, the insanity. I should have contacted Monica Schutz. I should have contacted you or Fabian, because at that time I had already the contacts, you know.
Yeah, it's as Fabian told you in the message. It's like what Lee's given you, which you're grateful for, is amazing, but anyone could have given you that. It didn't need to be him, and it came at a price. It came with abuse.
And I truly believe that he was the only one who would accept
you
to
and that's
help
only
me.
you only believe that because that's what Lee pounded into you, another lie. But he said that basically no one else will have you. No one else will have a pauper like you, like doing what he's doing. It's not true, but it's what he made you believe.
And now I'm just tired. I don't want to say anything else.
You don't need to. You've already said more than enough of what his nature, your experience.
The things that I've heard. There's one more thing that I need, and this is concerned to Niels.
Okay, this is for Niels, yeah.
The day that I didn't see, I wasn't there because I was already in my room. As I would go like a refugee to my room whenever I could, like my safe place, because I'm surrounded by Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I don't know. I think I was already sleeping, and because it's hazy, you know, the memory is hazy, because I was in such, you know, I was in such under stress when I heard the screaming, Lee telling Niels off. So apparently something was on the oven. Niels was responsible to set the timer and to let Niels know, so things that were in the oven wouldn't get burned. Apparently, Niels forgot how to set the timer, and things got burned. So when Niels started, and Niels was dehydrating, preparing food for dehydration in the room next to the kitchen. So apparently Niels, you know, start to smell, you know, the burden smell.
The fumes, the fire, smoke.
Yeah, the smoke. And he opened the oven and he was like, oh. So I heard Lee tell Niels, take the thing out of the oven. But Niels wasn't registering.
Yeah.
Niels wasn't registering. Take the fucking out of the oven.
Yeah.
The next thing is like, the next thing that I've heard, I can picture in my head, like Lee went in, grabbed the thing, it was too hot, he burned himself, and then he started to go on Niels, and I could hear the thuds, you know.
Right.
That's when he pushed Niels.
So Lee argued with Niels and wouldn't let go, and then he pushed him. You heard all of it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then next day, I was debriefed.
Right.
We said, I don't know if you were up, if we woke you up. Sorry, but this and this and this happened. I pushed Niels. I couldn't control myself, and yeah. And then he showed me the hand.
Exactly. Oh, sorry. He showed you what? He showed you Niels's markings.
No. It was Lee's hand. He had burned his hand, and he had to pee on the jar, and he put his hand in the jar so he could heal. Yeah, and it was noticeable that he would grab something, that he had grabbed something hot, you know.
Yeah.
And but again, if Niels were, you know,
that bad,
messed up and messing things up,
why
this
keep
bad,
him?
why? Because I don't know if
We know the answer why. That's what I've told on the videos that Lee's saying I'm lying about. The answer why. The answer why is 3 reasons. First of all, you'd have seen this. Lee gets lonely and he actually can't be by himself. That's number 1.
yes, that's the number
even
1.
if the other person causes problems, he still doesn't want to be lonely. Number 2, genuinely, Lee has learned over time. He's a master manipulator, and he knows how to get people to give him money. So that means he's got no motivation to make his own money. So he needs Niels for money.
Niels is very good with numbers. When we
yeah.
was trying to call me again. When we were shopping, and there was something on sale, Niels would do the maths quickly, and that we should buy that one. We should buy, and the amount, because it would be cheaper.
Yeah.
So yeah, Niels is really good with money. Yeah.
So it was loneliness, money, and third, which Lee would call me a liar again, but I'm going to say Niels was bypassing his entire time. Niels would only talk when I was there and when I've known him about spiritual stuff. Niels struggled because of trauma to get real with what went on in his past. We all struggle and have trauma. But Niels would not talk about his past. He's got a serious trauma block. And this would frustrate Lee a lot, that we just couldn't talk to him normally. We couldn't get a normal conversation out of Niels. So I understand.
Yeah, and a lot of the conflict.
I said this on video. I understand why Lee got frustrated with Niels but the thing is, the only reason that Niels actually became worse when he was around, just as you did and I did, we became worse around Lee. Lee did the thing where he doesn't accept you as you are. Niels felt this unconsciously, and it made Niels's behavior worse. So what you saw was Niels at his worst because he was around someone that's toxic to him called the alkalise. What I'm saying is, being in the company of Lee 24/7 made all the behaviors of craziness that Niels did, that Lee wanted to punch him. So I understand why Lee wanted to hit him. I actually do understand, because I was there for some of it. I understand why. But
me too.
What I don't understand, and what you don't understand, is, to Lee, why did you keep him around? Why wouldn't you let him go? Why did it come violent? When it became violent the first time, why didn't you leave him?
Yeah. Because so many times he would say, he needs to go. He needs to go. He needs to go.
Same
but
to
he
me.
never goes, because
he never had the courage to make him leave.
Exactly. And Lee never said, just go. What Lee was trying to do was trying to get people to come to Portugal to join him, because if he would tell Niels to go, he would be stuck with me.
Yep.
That's not good. That's not good. That wasn't a possibility.
Yeah.
And so he wanted other people to come and join the project, but every single person that came to visit or to join the project ended up leaving.
Yep. Another proof against the alkalise. Everyone that's come there has never been happy. They've all run away. Yeah.
Exactly. And they all have to say pretty much the same thing.
We all have the same story.
Toxic relationship.
We all have the same story, but since you're the only person apart from me that's spoken up about it publicly, I must say, everyone else is in the shadows. So well done to you.
There's that I've heard one one audio recording and another one
Who,
by
Pixie?
message. So
Pixie?
no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
two
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no point pointing names because each one it's free to do whatever they want. Yeah. I'm opening up. I'm putting myself out there.
Yeah.
And people will judge because that's human nature. It's what we do. So, but now, being fully aware of the Akashic records, I know what happened. We know what happened because we are always under, you know, we've been recorded, listened to, seen, watched, everything. What we feel, it's in the records. So we are not lying.
Exactly. No.
If he's too delusional to see that's his karma, I've got nothing to do with that. Nothing.
Exactly.
I can only share my experiences, what I see, what I felt. And it completely changed my life, yes. But would I have done it again? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I would go straight to Fabian, Monica, yourself,
Harry.
whatever. Whatever. No.
Yeah.
And someone would help me. Even if you guys would said no, it's too risky, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But someone would help me. I know this. I know this.
I mean, just to share as well with me, like when we had our relationship and then we broke up just before I went to see him again. And as a friend of mine, or when I was like hurt and grieving, because it came as a shock to me, and I was like, I've got my own process here and I'm around Lee now in Portugal. And all he ever did as a friend was when I just needed someone to like console me a little bit, please. And not all he ever did was just said, Harry, look at this video of Yvette doing this. And it wasn't a consoling friend. Well, I didn't need what he was presenting to me. It's like, Jesus, man, I just need someone to be there for me, not like to attack you, to try and make me feel better. But yeah, that's how he's rolled since the beginning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's called us liars, but he's not defended himself against the accusations. So he's just saying generally, you're a liar, I'm a liar, Fabian's a liar. But you got to be specific. He's got to talk. He's got to defend himself. You can't just say that we're lying. You've got to say what we're lying about, because otherwise he's guilty. Like, you've got to defend yourself. If you've not done it, if he's not done what we're saying, he's you can't just call us liars. You've got to say what we're lying about. We're lying about money, abuse, physical, emotional. We're lying about all this. I don't know. But yeah, thank you very much for that, for sharing your story.
Karma will never. There's only one more thing that needs to be said, and then this is the last time I want to talk about this and this person and the past. I've learned my lessons, and I had enough. I don't want anything else to do with that person again, ever again. For someone who thinks himself so highly, so high vibrational, high consciousness, how he says the Christ consciousness is already there.
Yeah.
For someone, and the way the way he treats the people around him, it's like it's like we said before, so much light, and it has so much dark in the same proportion.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
As above, so below.
Mm.
And if he doesn't realize this, then oh my gosh, I
yeah. That's
don't know.
powerful. And I resonate fully with what you're saying, fully.
Exactly. The way, for example, the way he handled me, it triggered my childhood traumas.
Yeah.
He was doing exactly what my grandparents. So I wasn't raised in a loving environment. And how he dealt with me, it wasn't in a loving, compassionate way.
No.
I was ignorant. I didn't take the jab because I wanted. I rejected it as much as I could, as long as I could. But I wanted to go home. I wanted to go back to my family. And I regret it instantly. And it's the only thing, I've said it in the beginning, it's the only thing that I regret in my life is to have had the bloody thingy.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you, as a therapist, as a professional, you don't treat other people with violence, with harshness, with
unacceptance.
with words that
yeah
exactly with words that bring you down, that
no.
makes you feel worthless and
exactly.
useless.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You use love, you use empowerment, you use knowledge, because when we stop being ignorant, it's when our mind opens up. That's what happened to me, that's what happened to you, and to him as well.
Yeah.
Only when we start to acknowledge things and see things the other way. But this is not through force, through it's traumatic.
Yeah, it's toxic and traumatic.
So I hope, exactly. I hope, sincerely, I hope that he changes this, this way of doing things.
Yeah.
For his own good and for his future clients.
It's what I hope, Ivete, too. I'm with you.
Exactly.
I hope the same for him.
I have no ill feelings. I mean, it happened what it happened. It was my decision. And again, very grateful for everything that was presented to me and what I've learned. But would I do it again? Absolutely not. No way.
Would you recommend people go and be treated by the alkalise, assuming he's still the same as he is, and he is, because Niels went back there and he's denying all these things? You'd not recommend people go there? I mean...
No. And if they do, please keep quiet about your money and your resources, because that's what he does. He uses your resources to his own benefit, to the project benefit. Oh, I need to tell this quickly. Do we have time?
Maybe not. Nothing. Just another Zoom. Yes, another Zoom. Yeah. Coming in. One more. We'll say one more.
Now you're seeing me in a different position because my battery ran out.
Still the same person though. Still Ivete Rocha. Don't worry, people. It's all good. And she's got one more important thing for you to say about this.
One more.
I mean, this is your life, and this has been a big part of your life, so this is important.
Yeah, this is healing. The records that I sent the first time to Fabian, oh my gosh, that was dark. Yeah, I was reliving it. But because it was addressed, today I could talk about it in way lighter, and it's in the past. I took the good out of it. Hopefully, the how do you say the in English? How can I say it? You know, the deal, the soul contracts have been for this life. Maybe in a next one, who knows? But yeah, I had my share, and you know, truth needs to be told.
Yeah,
that's it. I cannot, you know, cross my arms and just ignore it. Just because he said people are lying.
Yeah.
Is that the best thing he can say?
Yeah, it is the best thing he can say.
Were we deluded? Were we having hallucinations? Were we what?
He'd say so. He'd say we were traumatized and don't know ourselves and can't see him properly.
Did we dream all this? Maybe it's a story in our minds? Oh, for God's sake. Well, is it an illusion, the bank statements as well? And other people witnessing things as well?
Yeah.
Anyway, so first month working on that organic shop, organic food shop. I made the transference, and we were in the living room. We were in front of laptop or watching something on the telly, something, and I made the transference. And Niels walks in, and me, completely, you know, naive me, innocent me, I turn around and I say, Niels, I've transferred 400 euros into the project.
Yeah.
And Niels was like, oh, good. We've got money now. Good.
Yeah.
Guess who's not happy with it?
I'm wondering.
Why?
Why?
Because,
I don't know.
Why? Because the amount was only, it was his business. Because it was his project. So, in my mind, straight away, I was like, that's it. Continue revealing your face. Continue. So, for someone who preaches that his project is about community, you know, people being on the same level with different skills, different things that they can bring to the table, different inputs, but when it comes to money, it's his money, his project. And other members of the project, they don't get the right to know the amount of money that is being, you know, put into the project.
How did he know that it wasn't all the money? He knew it wasn't all the money. Did he know that it wasn't all the... You didn't give him all the money.
I didn't, but I remember when in this conversation I said, I asked the owner how much I would be paid, and she told me that it was almost 500 euros. So that day I said, oh, I asked how much I was going to be paid, and it's 400.
Exactly.
And then I withdraw the rest of the money, and I kept it. I hid it in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm just a bit confused when home. Yeah,
to pay for
I'm with you on what you're
the petrol.
saying. I'm a bit confused on the bit where Lee made fuss when you gave him 400. You told Niels I transferred 400. Lee would be happy?
Because I shouldn't say to Niels that I had transferred the money.
Oh, you didn't. So sorry, Lee didn't want Niels to know about the money.
Exactly. About the
How sneaky.
it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay if I would say, oh, I transferred some money that I earned,
But not the amount. Yeah.
but not the amount.
How sneaky. That tells me, that's my intuition, by the way, telling me that.
So
Yeah.
to a project that is built on community, the members, they don't have the right to know how is the finances going.
He doesn't want you to know. Can we clarify as well?
Exactly. So there is no transparency.
No
Because do
transparency.
you know exactly? Now I realize that. Because why? Because I'm with Fabian, you know, on Stable Down and Vidilook, and now it's amazing the transparency that they have, you know.
Yeah.
They let you know everything, how. And when I started to, you know, get to know about these businesses, and I'm like, that's it. So that was one more cube, but
One more nail in the coffin. Yeah. And you don't have to answer this.
oh my God, he was on and on and on. And anyway,
yeah. You don't have to answer
others,
this.
but
You don't have to answer this. But like quickly, how much do you think you spent in total on the project?
Between 7,000 or 8,000 euros.
Wow.
Yeah, gone.
It's a lot of money.
Plus the 3,000.
Oh, 8,000 plus the 3,000. Yep, that you already paid.
I paid.
Yeah.
That I paid it.
Crazy. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing it. I think it's important. As you've said earlier, it's already healed you sharing the first load. In between, you've noticed the healing. So that's on you, and thank you for doing that. It's going to help a few people that might generally want to go there, that are not going to walk in blind, hopefully. And
we don't know. It will be their decision.
Most of all, I think your intention is the same as my intention. Now, Lee doesn't have to believe this, but our intention is to kind of self-reflect a little bit and change your ways around people. You're a good person. He's a good person at heart and he's very powerful, but there's something really wrong that we want to help him with. And if he uses this as making him worse and feeling like under attack, that's on you. But our truths are our truths.
It's always our choice. Always. I mean, is it too difficult to be humble enough to, you know, sit down, analyze what you did, and now, you know, after listening to our testimonials, and I don't need apologies. I don't need that, because what's been done, it's been done. It's been done. It's been recorded, not by this, but the higher power.
Yeah.
It's there. There is no need for us to lie. No need. No need.
Amen. Amen, Ivete. Amen.
That's it.
So thanks, guys.
Thank you for reaching out.
No worries. Thanks, Ivete. And thank you everyone for watching this Scale for Harry with Ivete. And yeah.